Marxist criticism is a method of literary analysis based on the writings of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Marxist critics examine a work as the product of an ideology particular to a specific historical period. The Marxist lens of literary criticism is concerned with the struggle of classes, the socio-economic situation of the proletariat, and the author's work as a product of the class which he or she resides in. Most importantly, the Marxist lens infers historical processes is driven by the material realities that citizens face. Examples of literary works whose lens are easily viewed through Marxism are Arthur Miller's works with respect to the working class, Kafka and his remarkable insight into bureaucratic machinery, hip-hop and rap music, i.e. NWA. To what extent do Paul and Ellen's worries and conflicts stem from their economic realities? What problems are associated with their monetary and capital goods? A Lamp at Noon's themes are easily viewed through a Marxist lens. Firstly, the writer Sinclair Ross grew up on many farms through his childhood, and it is probably safe to assume that the writer knows of the hardships that a farmer must face. This is in line with the Marxist interpretation that the writer himself is a product of a class he or she resides in, and therefore Ross's work is a product of his class. Secondly, in the story, the writer mentions that the wife of the protagonist is used to a different economic reality than what her husband is used to. Ellen is arguing for her husband to join her class, but Paul does not find this easy, both due to pride and possibly because class fluidity is a mark of privilege. She can fit into classes more easily. Paul is used to his reality. Any adjustment would make him a stranger and possibly an outcast or other in the social class he joins. Do Ellen and Paul represent a social group, and are they in the same social class? The couple represents people caught in the era's economic crisis, and the wind is a metaphor for their spirits and souls lost in the economic and social disarray of the time. However, analyzing deeply through the characteristics, it's also acknowledged that both characters come from different social classes, giving an open space for conflicts during the crisis. Although Ellen grew up living with her parents in a town with better opportunities, Paul grew up on a poor farm environment where ignorance and a huge lack of knowledge are notable traits that Paul possesses. How are the characters' emotions a metaphor for the Great Depression? As well, how is the dust storm a metaphor for their socio-economic trouble? In conclusion, The Lamp at Noon, interpreted through the lens of Marxist criticism, reckons that the inequality of the social and economic status of the characters are important and pertinent aspects of the story, and the characters are easily analyzed by the material realities. The characters in the story are dealing with the realities of the Great Depression. The Depression's effects were aggravated by its uneven impact, by a rudimentary social welfare structure, and by misguided government policy. The burden of the Depression was also unequally distributed between classes. Although wages dropped throughout the 1930s, prices declined even faster. As a result, the standard of living of property owners and those with jobs increased. Farmers, young people, small businessmen, and the unemployed bore the brunt of economic hardship. The Great Depression not only led to war, but was also cured by war, as paradoxical as it may be seen from a historical and economic point of view. Thank you for watching.